What's going on, guys? Jared James here, and welcome to this week's edition of your virtual coaching, your virtual training. I hope you got a chance to watch last week's broadcast that I did on the two different ways that you can be separating yourself from the pack when doing listing presentations to help you win, because obviously second place doesn't really get you that, doesn't really get you anything. It doesn't get you a silver medal, doesn't get you anything like that, right? So as always, guys, if you're new to this broadcast or you're new to this training, feel free to send a question. You can do that through our group, the Jared James Coaching Group in Facebook. The link is below you if you haven't joined that already. You can also go and you can DM me. You can direct message me on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and all these places. Just go to connectwithjared.com. That's the easiest way to do that. Also want to make sure you guys are aware time is running out. If you don't have your tickets yet to the advance, make sure you get them. Want to see you guys in Nashville. That's going to be something that I think is really going to change your business, change your life. Got a lot of really, really cool stuff planned for that. So, and for those of you that are at the Mastermind in Vegas next week, I can't wait to meet you there. That's going to be cool as well. Today, I want to talk to you. It's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule of your finances with your business, right? And as many of you know, a bunch of us and our coaches got together a couple weeks ago in our headquarters, and we really kind of broke down what the different phases of team development now are, and I'll be showing those at the advance. But we also kind of talked about what the financial situation looks like. And so I'm not going to break down the splits and those kind of things today, but I do want to talk about this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule that that Rick, one of our coaches, who's actually our team leader coach, discussed. And I thought it was a great idea to be implementing with our program. And this will give you kind of, as you start to grow, the framework of where money should go, right? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Think of it like that. 5 is 5%. No more than 5% of your GCI should be going towards salaries on your team, on your structure, okay? And that's salaries, okay? So those are people who are actually salaried. In our breakdown of the 7 phases of team development, we actually talk about which places or which roles should have some kind of a salary base and then get a bonus, which ones are strictly split or share, which ones are strictly, but really you don't want any more than 5% of your overall GCI going towards salary. Okay, 4% is advertising. Now, I know a lot of you have heard forever 10%, and if you can get to 10%, that's awesome. But I also know that most of you aren't even doing 1% right now. Okay, and so about 4% of your revenue, you want it to go towards marketing and advertising in order to grow, to continue to have that GCI grow, continue to feed the people around you, continue to build the brand in your area. You want to have about 4%. The next one is 3, right? Because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3% is occupancy, okay? Occupancy, if you're a brokerage, would be your lease, if you're an agent and you're within an office, it'd be your desk fee or whatever it's costing you to occupy that space, okay? So 5% salaries, 4% marketing / advertising, 3% occupancy, and then 2% is pretty much everything else on your P&L, okay? When I say everything else on your P&L, I'm talking about your profit and loss. And for some of you, you've got to get to the point that you're actually doing a profit and loss. Like you don't even know what that is yet. And so you've either got to start doing it yourself, you've got to talk to your accountant, or you can go to a place like Upwork, upwork.com, and for very small amounts of money, you can get other people to start to work with you to create your balance sheet and your profit and loss and these kinds of things, so you know exactly where you stand at all times. When in a business, that's absolutely crucial, okay? So 2% goes to everything else on your P&L, that's what they call it, profit and loss. And that would be things like your dues and subscriptions, your insurances, your auto, your phones, your office supplies, your computers, like all of that other business stuff that really isn't calculated for in the 5, 4, 3, okay? And then last but not least, the 1, because we said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the 1% is education. And this is one where a lot of you are lacking, right? It's not something that most people budget for. It's kind of like well, if I can do it or I can make it, I can whatever, then I'll go to the Jared James Advance, or I'll go to this event over here, or I'll get this course and be educated. But you actually want about 1% of your income, your GCI, to be going towards education of you, if you have a team, education of your team members. Education is crucial when it comes to your growth. What was that book, Think and Grow Rich? One of the things it talks about, I was actually just contacted by their by their Instagram page. They want me to come on and do an interview for there. So it made me think about it. But one of the things that that book talked about was the amount that should be invested in yourself. It is one of the greatest investments you can make. And so some of you have made that step so far in that you are in this program right now, right? Some of you are watching it because your brokerage invested in you. Some of you have gone the next level and you're in one-on-one coaching. But the greater point, and I still do this to this day with myself as well, is that at least 1% should be going towards education, towards self-improvement, so that all these other things are going to be performed at a higher level anyway, right? And so for some of you, this is brand new and you've never even thought about it, and you've got to relook at your financials and what you're doing and where you're spending your money. You've got to look at what you've got to cut, because anytime you spend money on something, it means you're taking it away from something else. Some of you need to do that. And for a lot of you, this is really where, when you look at things like the Jared James Advance in October, this is where that comes from. It's not about, am I this high, am I this low? It's part of your budget. If you actually ran your business, whether you're an individual right now, a solopreneur, whether you've grown a little bit and you're a small team, there's you and an assistant or a transaction coordinator, whether it's you and a full-fledged team with buyer agents and all those kinds of things, if you don't have the structure of where these things are going to go, then you don't know when you're overspending, when you're underspending, when you're any of those things. And that's why we give you these guidelines. Because things, again, like the advance shouldn't be, can I do it, can't. It should be part of that 1% budget, where you actually go and you get better and you get around like-minded people and you learn 1, 2, 3 ideas that drastically increase your business that you could never learn just being on your own, surrounded by the same people doing the same things. Now you get these out-of-the-box ideas that ultimately take you to the next level, right? When you're not running your finances like this, you're not even sure if you're advertising enough or you're marketing enough, or if your salaries are too high, or if this is the structure that ultimately makes you profitable, okay? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5% salaries, 4% marketing and advertising, 3% occupancy, your lease, your desk rental, whatever that's gonna be, 2% everything else on your profit and loss, subscriptions, dues, phones, computers, these things, and 1% education. I want you all to look at your profit and loss and look at your business and say, am I following this guideline right now? Am I in order? Am I out of order in a couple places? Have I not spent anything on this? Have I spent too much on that? Start to take a look at it so we can run better businesses. That's the point of today's call. Okay, guys? Guys, I hope this was helpful. It's something that I think a lot of you need to watch over and over again. As I said before, if you have questions, you can send them to me. And we're also running into the final stages of the advance. So if you haven't signed up yet, get on it, okay? I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there and getting a chance to drastically transform the way that we're doing business, and really give you my thoughts on where I think things are going now and in the future, so that you guys can run truly productive and profitable businesses amidst all of the chaos and disruption and all this other kind of stuff going on. I can't wait to do that. Okay, guys. So have a great day. Hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you soon.